Hey, church family. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 32 says, "Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving one another, just as God also forgave you in Christ." And I want to talk today about showing grace. The book of Ephesians describes the behavior that ought to characterize Christians as they relate to one another. Our actions ought to be permeated with kindness. Kindness is love expressed in practical ways. It's putting the needs of others before our own. It is intentionally considering ways to meet other people's needs. And being tenderhearted means that we are keenly sensitive to the feelings of others. When fellow Christians experience sorrow, we ought to grieve as well. Because 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 26 says, "And if one member suffers, all the members suffer with it. Or if one member is honored, all the members rejoice with it. When another believer is joyful, we rejoice." Being tenderhearted simply means showing compassion towards those around us. We should show forgiveness because we too fall short of God's ideal. Knowing that God has graciously saved us from destruction should motivate us to forgive others when they offend us. But often we are less patient with fellow Christians than we are with non-believers. It's because we expect more of Christians and kind of feel like, well, they ought to know better. We feel betrayed when they fail us. And when this happens, we need to look closely at the cross and remember the forgiveness that we received there at Calvary. We have to set aside the self-centered attitude that leads to impatience and criticism of others. Remember, Jesus did not say that the world will know him by our miracles, right? Or by our grand testimonies, or even by our vast biblical knowledge. The world will know us by the love that Christians show one another. Are you constantly in conflict with other people? Then I urge you, ask God to give you kindness, a tender heart, and a forgiving spirit. As you allow the Spirit to build these qualities in you, your life will be a blessing to others around you. And remember, at this time of year, with everything sort of going on with the election and all of that, we have a great opportunity, not just to show love to fellow Christians, but to show love, kindness, be tenderhearted, show mercies, those same things that Christ gave to us to draw other people to the cross, to draw non-believers, people who disagree with us, draw them to the cross. But we have to show it. They're not going to know it by miracles. They're not going to know it by our vast biblical knowledge. They're going to know it by the love that we share. God bless you, church family. See you soon.